Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another future match commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be another top 16 match from my online Discord tournament, this time featuring GraboidFan31 on Dinosaurs versus Alamandano Official on Dragon Link. And this is a pretty cool matchup, one that we may see quite a bit more of thanks to, of course, the new ban list, since neither of these decks did get touched, so they may become the forefront of the metagame, who knows. But in any case, if you guys do want to play the next tournament, signups are actually currently live, so be sure to check out the Discord server, links in the description box below as well. And if you do want to see the players' deck lists, I do have them in the description box in addition, since the tournament is now concluded, so there's that as well. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this matchup here. So it looks like we're going to have tie from both players twice before it looks like GraboidFan on Dino is going to win the RPS and chooses to go second. It is Dino after all. The opening hand for Dragon Link going first is going to be Droll, Wyverburster, Ash, Noctivision, and Boot Sector Launch. Wow, that is a straight up brick. You don't see that very often from this deck, but I guess it can happen. Has a couple of hand traps at least though, which is not horrible. And then the opening hand for Dinosaur going second is going to be Petite, Double Gamma, Dark Ruler, and Lost World. So the hand traps aren't really going to be that useful. Neither is a Dark Ruler right now. But Petite Lost World going second isn't too bad, since of course we can just attack into the token and get our play started. So not the end of the world. Dragon Link is just going to pass, and then Dino's going to top deck Fossil Dig, so that makes the hand even better than it already was. Gonna Fossil Dig here, that's going to grab a search for a copy of Overraptor, and then going to activate Droll and Resolution here, and then going to Chain Gamma in response. So never mind about what I said about the hand traps being dead, because the Fossil Dig actually also enabled Gamma to be live thanks to Droll. So Gamma and Driver both come out, and then going to synchro for a copy of Omega, and then Omega gonna rip another card. Does he rip Ash? That is a question. Are we gonna see Ash? Oh, it's Wyverburster. I saw two and I got excited there, but yeah, no, it's gonna be the Wyverburster in fact. So going to go Lost World and an Overraptor, going to Lost World Chilling 2. That's going to summon a token to the opponent's board, and then going to add Mist to hand, and then going to activate Misk, and then Overraptor, going to target the token. Nice, played around Ash there, because if you activate Misk in Graveyard, you lose to Ash, so that is a great way to circumvent that, is just by activating the Overraptor to target the token, and it achieves almost the same thing, pretty much. So very, very well played for sure. So Dino takes that one, and now we're going to go to game 2. So looks like Dragon Link is going to start things off again. If you guys are enjoying this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here and want to see more commentary similar to this style. But the opening hand for Dragon Link going first, again, is going to be Rocket Tracer, Ash, Wyverburster, Quick Launch, and Abs Router. Drew these two cards again, by the way. But this hand is substantially better than the last one. It has Router plus a couple of Rockets here. Definitely good enough to start. And then the opening hand for Dino going second is going to be Overraptor, Baby, Dark Ruler, Nibiru, Droll. Wow, this is a house of a hand. You can't really ask for too much better, I don't think. This hand is very, very good. Going to normal summon Rocket Tracer, and then special summon Router, of course, and then link the Tracer for a copy of the Striker Dragon. That is going to grab a search for a copy of Boot Sector, and then going to activate Droll and Resolution. And then from here, going to link for a copy for Radic Seal, and then pass. Alright, so opting not to extend further, because there is a line where you can go into LP here, because you have Quick Launch and Boot Sector, but chose not to do it. So gonna pass here, and the top deck's gonna be UCT for Dinos. Definitely not too bad. Going to go Overraptor, use the effect to grab Miscellaneous Source, and then opting all as well not to use Dark Ruler. So just trying to get in for damage, possibly the end of the game. Gonna activate Misk, and that's probably gonna prompt the seal. Chooses not to actually, so gonna wait for it. Going to go and chain Ash to the Misk and Grave. So that's actually quite good. Not really any way to play around with that this time around. So going to go Battle Phase, Overraptor going to attack into the Seal. Seal going to bounce the Overraptor, and then Seal going to summon from the deck a copy of Noctivision. And then going to pass on this. Still not too bad for Dino. He has Nibiru. For turn, the top deck's going to be Recharger, one of the less optimal top decks there. Gonna normal summon Recharger, at least it is a normal summon, and then go for Romulus, and then grab both Romulus and Noctivision, so going to draw another copy of Quick Launch, and then gonna search for Ravine, and then going to special summon Wyverburster by banishing Noctivision, gonna turn that into a copy of LP, and Wyverburster triggers for a copy of Collapse Serpent, and then going to activate Quick Launch for a copy of Tracer, and then turn the Tracer into a copy of Striker, and then activate LP, gonna chain Nibiru to that. Definitely not terrible for Dragon Link. Gets a token, So we could see potentially a quick launch into a Synchron, Fiber for another Synchron, summon out Collapse Serpent, and that could go like into Pisty and like a third striker. So there's some plays to be had here, or we could go on a more conservative route. There's maybe a line to go for game actually. It's going to activate a quick launch. It's going to summon out Tracer actually, and then going to link for thinking actually. So maybe playing a different version of the deck. Looks like Collapse Serpent's going to come down next, banishing Wyver Burster. And then maybe going for Chaos Ruler here instead. Or not. Thinking here. Going to Tracer, pop the token for a copy of Synchron. And then going to go for a copy of Chaos Ruler. Yeah, Ruler effect going to Excavate 5. Hits Safer and Meister and Gamma. Chaos Space isn't horrible here either. Gets a free card. Gotta have Meister to hand. And then gonna Chaos Space, put back Wyver Burster, gonna draw a copy of Nocto. And then going to synchro those off for a copy of Hot Red. And then gonna activate Ravine, effect pitch Noctivision to send Chaos Dragon and Levy in here, because Seyfried's in grave. And then going to banish the Seyfried to add back Levy, gonna Levy, banishing Darks and Lights. And then going to pop the token. Chaos Ruler comes back by banishing 2, and then gonna overlay for Sanafond. Is this game? There's a lot of monsters, but I'm not sure if it's enough. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I believe. Yeah, 11 versus 2, so it's 13. So it's on 34, so this is not quite game yet. Gonna go battle phase, attack for... this should be 34, because it counts both players' graveyards, actually. And then 32 again, so it should be on 14, but it wasn't game anyways. Sanafon gonna activate main phase 2, and then gonna pass... Oh, also, he forgot to use the other effect of Abyss. Because when this deals battle damage, you can special summon a tuner in defense. So that's something to definitely take note of. Because that could come up for sure. Something to definitely consider. But we're going to see a top deck to Pankratops, excuse me. It's not Prankatops. Going to Dark Ruler the board. And then going to special summon Pank. And then we're going to see Pank effect that's going to pop the Hot Red. Going to activate Overraptor. Let me reread this card. So, cannot be destroyed by card effects, and then neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyards. Alright, so Overraptor is going to send a copy of Baby, actually. And then get special summon UCT by banishing those two. And then going to UCT, pop the Baby in hand, and then book the Sanafon, and then Baby triggers, but that's going to be Meistered. We knew about the Meister, though. Battle phase, going to attack into the Sanafon, dealing 1,000. Or dealing 0, actually. I forgot about Dark Ruler. And then going to pass back. For turn, the top deck's going to be Black Metal, so that's very good. Definitely could use that for sure. We could also boot Sector for multiple rockets, and then go for like an early Savage to force out Conductor, and then go for a play with Black Metal afterward. So I think this is Dragon Link's game. Oh, going to normal summon Black Metal instead. Alright. Again, I haven't really watched these. So going to go for a Striker Dragon, and then going to get the effect of the Black Metal for Red MD. Then going to Striker Dragon, pop itself, add back Recharger, and then going to Recharger to bring back Hot Red. There we go. That's a good way to force that out as well. So going to Ravine, pitch Red MD, and then going to mill Seyfried. Going to banish Seyfried for Levy. And then that's actually just going to be the end of the game, yeah, because Levy was going to pop the board, going to try and chain UCT, Hot Red to get UCT, and then Hot Red attack for game. So pretty interesting game too there. A decent amount back and forth. But now we are going to move into game number 3 here. Looks like Dino is going to go second again, chooses to go second. So Dragon Link going first all 3 games. And before we get started, just want to quickly shout out my patrons as usual. So thank you guys for supporting the content. It really means a lot to me. It is possible thanks to you guys. And if you are interested in helping out by supporting the Patreon, go ahead and check it out in the description box below as well. But the opening hand for Dragon Link Game 3 going first is going to be Double Ash, Seyfried, World Legacy Guard Dragon, and Tracer. So hand is definitely strong for sure. Extenders, starters, has the whole shebang. And then the opening hand for Dino going second is going to be Misk, Archosaur, Petite, Dark Ruler, and Fossil Dig. So this hand is interesting. It doesn't have hand traps, it has Dark Rulers. So we will see what kind of board Dragon Link can construct, as well as how detrimental Ash will be. So going to normal summon Safer, use the effect that's going to tribute itself, or send itself rather, it doesn't tribute, to add Collapse Serpent. And then going to World Legacy Guard Dragon back the Seyfrieds. Link that away for a copy of Striker. Striker effect is going to add Boot Sector Launch to hand. and then going to go ahead and banish the Safer for Collapse Serpent. And with no fear for Joel, can kind of reasonably combo off here. Just has to now worry a little about Nib, maybe. But going to grab the effect of Collapse Serpent, as well as the Romulus. So going to grab Ravine and White Dragon Wyvern Burster. Going to banish Collapse Serpent for the Wyvern Burster, and then going to link that away for a copy of LP, so we can Guard Dragon move it. And then LP effect can summon out Brotar. He's actually not playing the Dragon Maid package, by the way. So if you guys are looking for at least a somewhat budget Dragon Link list, this might be the one you're looking for. Which again, I'll leave links to the lists in the description box below. But gonna LP summon up Brotar. Brotar effect gonna target itself or LP to add Levianeer, pitching Ash. And then going to link the Brotar for a copy of Pissy. Pissy effect, going to summon back the Seyfert. And then going to link everything off for a copy of Saryuja. Alright, so going to try and turbo into some cards. Draws 4, puts back 3. Going to go for Levianeer. That's going to banish 3 Darks and then rip a card out of hand. Is it going to be the Dark Ruler? It looks like it is not. It's going to be Petite. And then going to Saryuja Special Summon Tracer from hand. Going to link the Levy and the Saryuja into a copy of Seal. Tracer going to pop the Boot Sector. That's going to summon out Recharger from deck. And then going to sync with those away for a copy of Savage. Savage effect to equip. And then going to pass on this. So chooses to hold a relatively good amount of follow-ups for next turn. Which is pretty good. So Seal, Savage, Ash. Not bad. Draws Ash Return on time as usual. Going to activate Dark Ruler to negate the board. And then going to activate Fossil Dig. That's going to grab a search for Baby. And then going to activate Archosaur after normal summoning it. Going to let that resolve. That's going to pop Baby and then add Pill. Baby going to summon Overraptor. And then Overraptor effect is going to search for... Thinking here... Sending a UCT, in fact. Now that is interesting. I do wonder why that is being sent. Oh, it's not being sent. It's being added to hand. Alright, never mind. Yeah, that's definitely reasonable. Going to link the Archosaur away for Link Rebo, and then link that away for a copy of Secure Gardner, and then gonna activate Misk, and then gonna activate Misk for 2, gonna chain Ash to that, and then going to be thinking here, gonna Evolution Pill, banish 2 to summon out UCT, and then gonna go Battle Phase, gonna attack into Seal, Seal gonna activate, just paying cost here, it's not gonna bounce anything, but it gets the effect to go for a copy of Safer. Yeah, not really that many great targets left, actually. But, yeah, chooses not to Ash there. Oh, excuse the heater. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Going to go for UCT attacking, as well as, or into the Savage and the Safer, excuse me. And then going to pass. No damage, of course. So he added UCT off of the OV, instead of maybe setting something like Giant Rex. So he's not ending on anything like a Dulka, which would be great in a simplified game state here. Plus, there's not a ton of follow-ups in this hand either. So, if Dragonlink can navigate through UCT Ash, then I think they're in a good spot. It top deck another copy of Quick Launch. So, going to be thinking here. The only known card is UCT. Going to banish Safer for Levy, which is a good way to just immediately force out UCT. So, going to banish Lights and Darks, use Levy effect, chain UCT. Gonna pop itself, and then the rest of the board gets cleared. Gonna quick launch, chain Ash, and then has another quick launch anyway, so it's probably just gonna be the end of the game, actually. Quick launch for Tracer, and then going to link that away for a copy of Striker. Striker effect on itself and Recharger, and then going to Recharger, bring back Brotar. Can Brotar here, pitching Red MD, actually. Gonna grab Nocto, and then going to link for another copy of Striker, and then summon out Nocto in the process. Going to link those away for a copy of Seal. Nocto gets to draw Chaos Space. And then pass. I can't help but feel like there was a line to have game there. Not entirely sure. We haven't gone through any Guard Dragons yet. Oh no, we have gone through the Guard Dragons. So maybe it wasn't possible. I'm not entirely sure. But if you guys see a line, feel free to describe it. I'm not going to spend too much time on that here. Top deck's another copy of Dark Ruler. That is actually not that good. I mean, it does allow him to clear the board, but he's just not going to have any follow-ups here. He's going to be thinking here. He's going to pass, actually, so chooses to wait another turn, but it might be too late at that point. Draws a copy of Tracer. So now we have access to the... Oh wait, no. The Chaos Dragons are already out of deck. We went through a lot turn 1 that I didn't even notice, but yeah. Gonna switch Levy to attack position, and then normal summon Tracer, use the effect on Levy to summon out Rocket Synchron. Going to link everything for a copy of Boral Sword, and then Safer add back Levy, and this is game. Gonna banish 3, and then Battle Phase, attack with Levy, and then Sword, and that is the end of the match. So Dragon Link actually taking this one 2-1 in a pretty close series, actually. I don't think the Dark Ruler into UTT would have made a great difference in the long run. It probably would have bought another turn. There are a number of decent top decks in Dino that could have been probably okay, but at the end of the day, I think that Dragon Link just had so much gas. It would have been hard to like play through literally everything the deck has to offer. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see how this deck is functioning, as well as without the Dragon Maid package too. That's something to note. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me with the links in the description box below as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.